When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. Septum Sin versus the world. Septum Sin versus the world. Septum Sin versus the world. Septum Sin versus the world.
I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching Septum Sen versus the World. I'm Septum Sen, this is Kotobuki Jake,
Hey.
and we're here to show you what we got.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Oh boy.
So, we got some awesome pickups this week for you as we count down for beach season. We're not there yet. We got 2 more weeks, but we are counting the days and the minutes and the hours.
1, 2.
We plan on bringing you pickups and other exciting stuff from the beach to you, directly to you, so you can vacation at the beach too.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going to start us off this time. I do not know what I grabbed, so we will see.
That could be a very dangerous thing.
You see, I have them turned down so I can actually know that those are ones there, so I did do that.
Okay.
So one that may be on our... Actually, now I'm saying is one that may be on our Horrorween list, which is 1031. I did kickstart this, and it looks like... and it's a fun-looking project.
That is a fun cover.
Horror... what do they call it? A horror... It is 90 minutes, so it is within that time. It's one of those horror anthology types.
Mm-hmm.
It's a signed one. It looks really cool. So I am very curious about it. I don't know much. I just know it's by 5 indie directors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a lot of those lately. There's going to be a review coming up. September, I'm going to get into some reviews. So you need to stay tuned. But it's kind of cool. I like this. It kind of brings you back to the Tales of the Crypt, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Alright, so for my first one, I'm about 98% sure I have not presented this so far, so if I have, my apologies, but I'm about 98% sure I have not.
He's not apologizing. He never apologizes.
On our new releases this week, we spoke about saving space. This is one that has been tempting me for some time for exactly that reason. And I finally picked up the Inuyasha complete collection of the four film collection.
It is nice having the
Which
save space.
I do have all 4 of these on DVD, so this is much less space taken up. And I'm pretty sure that they would probably look pretty good on Blu-ray, I would think.
So the box set, the original Blu-ray box set they had is really awesome looking.
Okay, so this includes the films Affections Touching Across Time, The Castle Beyond the Looking Glass, Swords of an Honorable Ruler, and Fire on the Mystic Island. I actually saw all 4 of these before starting to watch the series. They do work better with a working knowledge of the series, but they actually stand decently on their own. If you watch all 4 of them, you don't really feel totally lost not having seen the show. And it's a great show. It's a lot of fun. I still need to see the final chapter, the second season, second series, whatever. But and I'm still waiting for them to release the show on Blu-ray so I can get it.
I'd like to condense mine even further.
Yeah.
I had them in the singles.
No.
Where it was like 3 to 4 episodes a piece for this long series.
Yeah.
And then I did condense it into the season sets, and I'm hoping I'll one day get to condense it further if they do a complete Blu-ray release. I'd love to see that.
But this one's actually consistently available and cheap.
Oh, yeah.
I got it for $15, which for 4 films is not a bad price.
It's worth slimming down with.
So yeah, cool.
So, my next one is something. Okay, it's an anime. And it's one that you presented in a fancy box, and it made me embarrassed. So I just got the regular DVD edition, and that is Amagami Brilliant Park, which you've already done a review of.
Brilliant Park, yes.
So go check out his review.
Yeah.
This is essentially an anime, I think, semi-slice of life that takes place in an amusement park. I have looked forward to this after seeing his review, and I have still yet to watch it.
And it's a KyoAni production, so and it features a blatant nod to their other series, Full Metal Panic.
Yep.
And it's a fun show. It really is.
Oh, I want to see it,
Yeah.
and it's in my list, but I got a lot of things in my list.
And being a KyoAni production, it's a gorgeous show. The animation is just gorgeous. So my next up, I'm going to present a film that I picked up from the library. Actually, the other four are all library pickups, and they're all fairly notable ones. They're all ones that I needed to get. This is one I've never seen, and I know I'm a very bad movie geek that grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, to never have seen this movie. But I have finally gotten a copy of The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner. Romantic drama. Features Whitney Houston's way overrated version of I Will Always Love You. Also features Bill Cobbs. That's kind of cool. Some other folks. That's all I gotta say. Other folks. Produced by Costner, Lawrence Kasdan, and some other folks. Music by Alan Silvestri. Pretty interesting assortment of talent there. I know I have very middling hopes for enjoyment of this, but I realize it's a big title. I need to see it at least, and it was worth $1.
I had high hopes for it, but I saw it. I was really psyched because I really do like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and that followed it up. And so I was very, very much ready to see it when it came out, and I was not so impressed with it.
Oh well.
Oh well, it comes and goes. The next one is a pretty big one. The next one after that is a pretty big one. This one was a big one. It was an Oscar-nominated documentary, and it is an important one in this day and age, especially when we're talking about Israel and some of the recent people with Israel banning. And it was over something similar to this.
Oh, I need to see that.
Which is the movie Five Broken Cameras. I thought you watched this with me.
No, I did see that. I need to get it, because that was great. That was.
I mean, Kino Labar had this on sale, and I got it for $1. And for $1, this is an excellent documentary. It covers all of the resettlement. If you are really pro one or the other, it's going to be hard. And Five Broken Cameras, he's basically lost 5 cameras in the making of this documentary, but a lot of it shows that resettlement, basically emptying villages so that they can resettle their own people there. It's a hard one to watch, but it's one of those hard to watch, but it should be watched.
Yes. There's stuff going on right now that would never happen if everyone was informed. But anyway, next up, I have something very different. I am almost certain I've actually never owned a copy of this, which is amazing given the stuff that I do own and what have you. But this is one of the classic films of the Disney catalog, which again I picked up amazingly at the library for $1, which is Bambi Special Edition. Very nice. Very heavy. I just realized how dang heavy this thing is. Let's see. Let's just make sure we got... Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff in there. But, Bambi, of course, I think everyone knows what the basic gist of it. You got the little fawn and his friend the rabbit and his other forest friends, and his mother gets killed and all this kind of stuff. And... companion piece to the Deer Hunter. Yes, again, props to whoever on crack.com did that movie poster with an image of Bambi and the titling for the Deer Hunters. I love that movie poster. I want it. But I did need to get this. I'll probably convert it to Blu-ray at some point, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity to go ahead and get it. You know.
It has some amazing music and visuals even today.
And it was one of the very early films. Now, of course, that does mean a very strong influence of Walt Disney himself, which could be of debatable good.
For my copy. Oh, I've got it on Blu-ray. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I was trying to think, like, what do I have it on? I picked it up at Movie Stop back in the day. Well, I've got one that's a very high-rated show. Unfortunately, it hasn't gotten a full release on DVD yet, but I'm hoping. And that is Steven Universe. As a matter of fact, this wraps up my TV stuff for a while because I don't have any new TV stuff to bring up. Which, this one is Season 1. Kind of is in the vein of the Adventure Time. It's got the plastic case in there, which is good. I hate it when they're in the paper cases, like Futurama last week. But again, this is fairly fun. It's about this boy who is being raised by these 3 gems, which are these, well, they're gems. And the gems use the light refraction to form their bodies, which are all female. And Steven is a product of a gem and a human, well, having a union. Go figure that out. But one of the things people tend to put in there is that this is like a big thing. It's one of the first LGBT weddings. But to me, I have a weird take on that because if your race is all females and you have weddings, is a wedding between 2 females really a big accomplishment? I mean, is there any adversity really to... It's not really... The adversity of that was not necessarily, to me, a female marrying a female because the race is all females. Who else are you going to marry? It's the fact that they were marrying in different classes. An upper classer is marrying a lower classer. So, still, breaks a lot of molds. They're really cool. The other one, of course, is the release of Season 2, which is has this little, character. The 2 that got married, when they do a dance, they can actually form together to form one being, which there she is here. And that is how they, of course, get together. But this is a pretty cool box set. I was glad to see Season 2 released, because it gives me hope that the rest of the series is going to be released. I've only seen the first 3 seasons, because they stopped releasing them on Hulu. So, release more of these.
How many seasons are they up to?
I think 5, 6, something like that.
Oh, okay.
So, definitely, get to it.
Yeah. Alrighty then. My next one is a little, a film that got a lot of praise, a lot of awards buzz. I think it won, apparently won the Palme d'Or, I guess, at Cannes for Best Picture. It was nominated for Best Foreign Language Feature at the Oscars. And it's a French film, if I remember correctly. It's called The Class by Laurent Conté. And, yeah, this is, it's one of those sort of...
Classy.
Well, one of those kind of, at a tough inner city middle school in Paris, dedicated teacher named Mr. Barn begins a new term, etc., etc. Basically, this is one of those, kind of stand and deliver kind of...
I was going to say, I've heard this before.
But it's the French version.
Oh, okay.
But again, it supposedly is a really good movie, and when I saw this, I had to snap it up. And like I said, anytime I find a foreign film dirt cheap, it's like...
You can learn some French curse words.
Probably. Yeah. It'd be good times.
My last one, pretty simple. I am a big collector of genres, and I have this thing where I have to collect everything in a series, even if it's good or bad.
Even if it's good.
And and the one that came out recently is Tinchy. I don't know whether it's good or bad.
Oh, is
it
that
is a
the
continu-
new
Yes,
one?
that is the new
Oh,
one.
right.
A bunch of short film. I mean, short episodes, 50 of them in all. And I don't know what it's about, but I've heard that it is also a continuation of the tale, or reimagining of the tale. Looks like. But I am very curious about this. But I'm glad to have it because it helps me complete it. I've read all of the Tinchy comics from start to finish. I have seen all the other anime except for War and Ganymede. That one. So that one and this one now are on that list.
Huh. I need to see that eventually. What I've seen of Tinchy is quite enjoyable, but yeah,
Very
for
amusing.
the most part. My last one is another more or less left of the middle one. It was a little romantic dramedy that I actually thoroughly enjoyed, but I honestly couldn't tell you much about it at this point. And I think most people kind of forgot about it. It was a movie called Celeste and Jesse Forever.
Okay.
And it features Rashida Jones, Andy Samberg, Elijah Wood, Emma Roberts, Ari Grainer, Chris Messina, Will McCormick. So it's a very interesting cast. But basically, Celeste and Jesse are high school sweethearts who married young and are now at a crossroads at the age of 30. While Celeste is a success in business, Jesse is unemployed and adrift. And so basically it's kind of like they're sort of trying to decide, do they go their separate ways or do they try to make it work, or how to do each of the above. Like I said, I really liked the movie when I saw it. It didn't leave much of an impression. I just liked it. I do like Rashida Jones. I think she's a very gifted actress. Andy Samberg's usually a likable fella.
Kind of reminds me of Before Midnight, plot-wise.
Yeah, I still need to see that one. I've seen the first two in the series, but not that one. But this one is the one in the series. It's not the third one. But like I said, when I saw this, I had to snap it up, because how often am I going to see this one for $1? So it's very good.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this pickup. Of course, subscribe, like, and share. We'd love to be in the homes of many, many more viewers.
Yes.
And, of course,
Watching.
we will see you on the next one.
Bye.